Hello, everyone. My name is Anisha, and I work with Dr. Hunter Ball in his Attention, Memory, and Aging Lab. We are interested in studying prospective memory, which involves remembering to fulfill planned intention in the future. So, for example, remembering to take medication at dinner. Everyday life demands a lot of intention to do many tasks, and with more intentions, remembering to complete all of them can get difficult. So we are interested to study whether we can give older adults compensatory strategies to improve prospective memory. Specifically, we want to see how reminders, which is an offloading strategy, can improve remembering. For example, sticky notes or Google Calendars can be used to help remember to take medications. We're specifically interested in studying this in older adults because we know that aging is associated with a decline in prospective memory. Our study predicted that reminder or offloading will be particularly beneficial for older adults, particularly under high load condition, that is, having to remember to do multiple things at once. The general paradigm of our study consists of a syllable judgment task that requires the participants to know the number of syllables in any given word. For example, if there is a word like fetch, they had to press J as it is a one-syllable word. And for words like hotel, they had to press J, which is a two-syllable word. Additionally, across different blocks, we also had participants form an intention to respond to a word or a set of words that they learned prior to beginning. So if, for example, in this experiment, they had to remember to press spacebar when they saw the word dog, which is something that they learned prior to beginning the task. We manipulated reminders by presenting the participants with 1 or 4 reminders for a low versus high load condition. On top of the screen during PM task, these words appeared. The PM task was embedded in the ongoing syllable judgment task. So they completed 4 different blocks with and without reminders and with 1 or 4 cue respectively. Notably, we also used eye tracking that helps us record the frequency with which they checked the reminder under different load conditions. Moving on to the results, we can note here that the blue bars represent reminder conditions and the orange bar represent non-reminder conditions. The left side depicts low load condition, whereas the right side signifies a high load condition. So for the first graph, we are looking at prediction before they began each block. That is, how well the participants thought they were going to perform. Participants were more confident in their ability to detect targets when they had to remember only one thing compared to when they had to remember 4 things, but there were no other significant differences. Here in the second figure, we are looking at reminder checking frequency. So how often they looked up at the reminder at the top of the screen. We can see here that the participants were more likely to check the reminders under high load condition compared to the low load condition. This makes sense as people were more likely to forget all the words under high load, so they had to keep going back and checking it more often. Critically, this did not differ by age. Finally, we had a target detection condition. This was a proportion of specific word that they remembered to press the space bar to during each block. You can see that the reminders were not beneficial for only 1 target. However, when they had 4 targets, performance was much greater with reminder compared to without reminder. Again, we did not have significant age difference. The primary finding was that there were no difference in performance between younger and older adults, and both were improved considerably from reminders. This suggests that reminders may be a particularly beneficial way to improve prospective memory for older adults. It should be noted that previous research showed that reminders helped but did not eliminate age difference in performance. However, in this study, we gave reminders to all the participants, but in the older study, the participants had to choose to offload. So future work is needed to see why those discrepancies might occur. Further studies will look at how reminders will help with different types of task demands. And lastly, we want to take this to naturalistic settings and see how offloading can be used to improve everyday memory in older adults. We can also design technology to ensure optimal use of external memory aid for older adults so they can obtain behavioral independence. Thank you so much.